good. So we brought up Missy Elliott.
Mhm.
Y'all, get your freak on. Mississippi putting it down. I'm the hottest round. And I told you, y'all can't stop me now.
Hey, y'all.
What's going on? Hey, y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it is.
And y'all know who it is. Hey, and y'all know
See.
Y'all don't even know.
First of all, I know Gen X. Somebody out there, Gen X, went, you just stealing again from us. Here y'all go.
Beatbox. Y'all know nothing about no beatbox.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Welcome to Millennial Therapy, a brand new podcast that is curated for millennials.
By millennials.
Now, you know I got to come on over here and show that. Do y'all see this? Am I giving it to you?
Listen, I slacked a little bit. That's okay. I had it, left it behind. Neither here or there. Anyway.
Yeah. He said, listen, look, that's how you know we getting up there to them ages. He told me when we was getting prepared, he said, listen, I do have shades, but they down in the car. I don't even feel like doing all. I said, well, that's all right.
I don't feel like it.
Look,
knees just buckling. I don't have time for that.
And don't y'all even cast judgment. You know what that feels like.
Yes.
When you like, look, I'm in the house now. I'm not going back out.
Not getting up for nothing. No, nobody.
He said, if I go back down and get my shades, you doing an episode by yourself. You tell him I couldn't make it.
I ain't know that. I was going to come back up. I was just going to be mad that I did. That's all.
Oh my goodness. So, man, we are back. As you know, this is Millennial Therapy. Man, we've been having such a good time with y'all. I hope y'all been having a good time with us because we're continuing on the celebration of all things millennium. Okay. If you are a millennial, you know what it is.
You already know.
You know how it goes. You know, first of all, a lot of life started really like after 2000, like when we came into elementary school and we really started to come into and stuff, because everything else, like we were still pretty young.
Yeah. But we still had, first off, let's always talk about, I always bring up how Gen X was so scared of the Y2K. They always said that the end of the world was coming in 2000.
Oh,
here we are, Lord. 25 years later, still kicking and jiving.
Okay.
What is it?
Pow. Okay. Still kicking and still going.
Still kicking and jiving.
First of all, do you remember when they actually said that 2012 would be? Remember when we was in school? They was like 20 years.
They made a movie about it and everything. That was really a moment. Listen. They
a hot mess.
It was a hot mess.
A hot mess.
I'm not even gonna lie. I was in high school. I was a little scared too. I thought my life was about to end too. I ain't even going.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I was, but there's a man named Jesus.
And how he saves me. Hey, hallelujah. We didn't come here to preach. So let's regroup.
My God. Okay.
Millennial Therapy will turn into a church session. Praise the Lord.
I want to real quick though, before we move forward, we got to give a shout out to our engineer, commentator. I think y'all get it by now. My girl Tyler.
Yeah. Y'all don't even know.
I think y'all get it now that y'all should expect that y'all gonna hear her voice somewhere through what we doing.
At some point of the show,
Yes. Come on. Yes. And like we said, she is representing y'all well, Gen Z.
Yes, she is.
I mean, like, you know how we've been talking about Gen Z on the cusp?
On the cusp. Don't get confused. She's on the cusp. But she's a millennial to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Because you was in enough grown folks' business to where everything we talk about, she just
knows. She instantly knows.
When I say I hung out with those guys and the girls,
baby. And shout out to those guys and those girls, because y'all took her around the best of the best of the best.
Thank you all of the adults, okay? Because y'all raised my girl right.
Hey!
Okay? Y'all raised her right.
All right, y'all. So you already know the deal. We going to jump right in. Mar, go ahead. Jump us on. What is today's episode today?
Today's episode in the group chat is called
Cita! I was a little flat.
That's okay. We was on key, okay? We was on the key. Today's episode is called Cita's World. I know if you know, you know. You already know what Cita's World is. And if you don't know, you about to learn today.
So pretty much, right? Now, name of the episode, of course, Cita's World.
Cita's World.
Hey, hey, hey. But what we named this episode Cita's World is we are celebrating the whole evolution of music videos and video countdown.
Yes.
Now, we chose Cita's World because out of all of them, now trust me, there's so many of them. They're popular, they're good. But Cita's World,
if you know,
you know.
Cita's World, I feel like Cita's World was the first. Ooh, do y'all remember like IMVU and all that?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I feel like Cita's World was the first like IMVU on TV.
The first like hood IMVU,
yeah, like,
right?
Cita had finger waves. She was just that girl. She just like she used to have a little mini skirts on. She would have her little halter tops. Cita was that girl.
She had that lingual, that slang, all of that.
She just had all of the ebonics. She was just that girl. Like, she just truly showed Black excellence on BET at the time.
She did.
Like and it was just for it to be a cartoon. Still to this day, I'm 30. I still can never forget Cita. Like
I know. I go on YouTube because YouTube has some segments of Cita's World on there, so I like to go and revisit and watch it.
They do.
But let's just be honest though, she was Black ratchet excellence. That girl was so. The stuff she would talk about, when I was looking back at it, I was like, oh, I was a kid looking at this. Oh, my God. What's wrong with you? Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, she was real hood with it.
She was very hood, but I mean.
Hey, that's where we came from.
That's what we know.
We know hood. If you know,
you know.
Hey.
Listen.
So, y'all, we're going to have fun on this episode because now not only are we going to go and like literally lay down the pipeline of what we remember coming up on video countdowns, we're actually going to make some honorable mentions. Me and Mar, we're going to do the top 10 countdown today. Meaning I'm going to share 5 music videos that I feel were game changers for like the Y2K coming in, maybe a little bit of the 90s or coming right into 2000s. Mar's going to share 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
this gonna be the top 10 without the visual.
Without the visual, okay.
Copyright infringement. We don't got time for
it. We really don't. We don't have it.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna get into a lot of memories, a lot of good production, and directors who just changed the game in music videos. It was just a time to be alive. Like,
let's piggyback on what we were talking about. I know last episode, what is it, episode 3? We were talking about like just our after school type of regimen, like getting out of school, what shows you watch and stuff like that. Now, I wanted to say top 10 countdown, like, you know, shows that's like, but I wanted to save it for this very moment because I knew that we were really going to unpack on the topic.
Absolutely.
So most definitely that was a very important part of the week.
Yeah.
Coming home from school. Listen, sometimes, can I take it there for the millennials? And then you come on, because you with me too, baby. You here?
You here, baby.
She here with us.
She here.
How about when sometimes, depending on the time, especially 106 and Park, 106 and Park started at 6, right? And it was what, like a whole hour?
It was an hour, yeah.
Yes. Baby, sometimes other shows that you wanted to watch in that hour, you had to DVR that thing.
Yeah,
or just skipped it, right?
Skipped it, yeah, absolutely.
Because you like, I ain't missing this.
Listen.
It's gonna come back around.
We'll catch up with it next week. Next week, you like,
up.
Wait a minute, Beyonce got a world premiere.
They're gonna show reruns.
Yeah,
we was big on the reruns, big deal.
Very big on that.
But yeah, we knew we was gonna catch up with it eventually. But
it was just amazing because it was like it was a part of the day. It was so fun. What I loved about the video countdowns is, first of all, number one was always the world premiere.
Yeah,
when you knew some new videos was coming, when artists would come on, especially 106 and Park.
Hello.
Listen, and I'm
hello.
Hey!
Hello. The day.
Yo.
It really was the day.
Remember Wild Out Wednesday?
Yes.
Remember that? I loved when the artists would come on and they would be promoting an album. Right. Our age. The more we bring this stuff up, it's like, yo.
My age is showing.
Show my age. Oh, my goodness. But I loved when the artists would come on and promote new music. Like they got an album coming out and they already talking about the album, but then they brought a video with them to world premiere. So you just gotta
hello.
Oh, and then they perform too.
Yeah.
Destiny's Child performed Soldier, even though we know what happened.
We know what happened.
It was a good performance.
It was a great
performance and a great bounce back.
Yes, it was.
Okay, but I want to say something to that though. Now that was a good performance. It was amazing. First of all, I think it was for the Thanksgiving episode, right?
It was.
Yeah, so now only my problem was this. I know they say the show must go on and you got to be professional, but man, I wasn't feeling that with you, Kelly and Beyonce. You said, yo, what I hated is that when she fell, because, you know, they arms was together.
Yep.
When she fell, Kelly's arm shrugged
Kelly,
like, girl.
she went.
And this kept, and they
She
just
looked
went
down and said,
oh my God. And she did.
She got back up on them heels and said,
because look here, I'd have been on that floor like, ladies and gentlemen, Kelly and Beyonce, and I would have stayed right there. Like I popped my knee on that one. No, I'm not getting up.
Yeah, I definitely would have been like, yeah, no, y'all got that. I'm good.
Oh my God,
knees is gone. Sorry. and I'm walking in heels. Huh?
I would at least try to fall cute.
Oh yeah, because she
yeah.
felt like that was a surprise fall.
She tumbled.
Like she didn't even give no effort to try to like angle herself. She was just like, oh.
She said, I'm going
down, y'all.
I'm going
but
down.
I'm back. I'm back though. Okay. Oh my goodness. What were some other countdown shows? Well, we had Rap City.
We had Rap City. So I loved it was called BET Now.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all know. So I loved BET Now because I mostly was able to watch it when I again called sick and was like, Mom, I'm not going to school. Because you know they play BET Now at like after 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you didn't really get to see it unless you DVR'd it.
Right.
BET Now was and when I say it was pure music videos, you ain't getting nothing else. You was getting straight videos. Like,
yes.
Loved it. It was a good time for me.
Oh, so one that I have that's a special memory. The very first music video countdown that I can recall, I was actually in daycare.
Yes.
You know, I always talk about this. I went to shout out to Miss Mary's Little Lamb Daycare in West Philly. What's going on? I don't even know if she's still in business, but you remember we went to go see her?
We did go to go
many years
her.
ago. I think I just turned like 21 or 22, something like that. And we went to go see her, and she about fell out. Fun fact, do you know I am the only Dominic she's ever had as a kid
years.
In her whole...
She was like, I've never had a Dominic.
Never. So she was like, that's how I could never forget you because you were the only Dominic and you took me through HE double high. So, I was like, oh, it's good to see you too, girl. Okay.
Good to know that I'm here, blessed, and, you know, not putting people through HE double hockey sticks anymore.
When I don't feel like it. Okay. Boom.
Boom.
Boom. You know, listen, that's a trademark in our episode. We won't do something that give a high five. We will have like a similar moment every time. But yes, so it was the VH1 Soul Player.
Yes.
That was a really good one. If you loved soul music. And even with like a little bit of touch of hip hop, like hip hop soul, like a little Mary J. Blige or whatever. And they showed videos from like early 80s, coming into the 90s, 2000s too. So it's funny because I really remember distinct moments of videos I saw for the very first time at daycare. Who would remember that kind of stuff at those young ages?
You remember it if it had impact. Huh?
It did.
Huh?
Oh my gosh, do you know the one music video that had big impact? And I was like, this woman is phenomenal. Faith Evans. It was for Never Wanna Let You Go. Or is it never gonna let you go?
Never gonna let you go.
Never gonna let you go. Oh, yeah. I'll never let you. I really love you so. Oh, I'll never let you go. Oh, no. I remember that lady had me hypnotized. I was like, just her bold red hair
and her on that beach.
And on that beach, I just was just like, Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I remember
loved Faith.
also TLC's Unpretty. I got to see that.
Love that video.
Yep. I got to see
absolutely
that
love
there.
video. Yeah. I and they don't show the uncut version. Like,
They don't.
The version when, Left Eye's friend got shot,
And she stood over like,
they really shot you? You gonna let them kill you?
like, get up. You from the streets. Get up, girl. Come on, get up, Craig. Come on, Craig. Come on, Craig.
I hate
Craig,
you
get up.
so bad. I hate you so bad. No, that was one of my favorite videos for sure. I mean,
Yes.
iconic.
Shout out to VH1 Soul Player. That was a good time.
Shout out to Soul Players and of course Rap City. You just had an honorable mention. I feel like Rap City is just.
That was for all the hip hop classics. Like what? Come on. Now.
I'm a hip hop head. Low key.
Ain't no low key, y'all. He is like high key hip hop head. He know it all. And
love hip hop. I do.
I feel like y'all can't talk about Rap City without mentioning The Basement.
Hello.
Ooh.
Oh my
You
gosh.
was late enough to watch The Basement?
And I never did.
Because it definitely came after 12, 1
Yeah,
o'clock. Like, it definitely was late. So y'all can watch The Basement.
I could go back to sleep.
Now, all right, hold on. And I need you right here. Uh-huh. Yeah. So, because if I said I'm gonna make that a trademark. You want to know the one thing, and I'm speaking to all the millennials of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
You know the one thing I used to watch? Not watch. I'm sorry, listen to late night, and I had no business listening to this.
Exactly what you about to say.
Golden girl, golden girl, I'd like to go there. You heard me?
We had no business listening to Golden Girl.
I heard about some very risque sexual
Vulgar
things.
things.
Very vulgar.
But
That
you
woman
know.
was nasty.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
Oh.
But she was making the money.
Hello?
She was her commercial during the daytime.
Coin.
And
She was getting
I
bread.
contributed to that coin she made because I'd be up. Knowing I had school, but I was up at 12 o'clock. Turn that knob.
Turn it down just a little
Just
bit.
enough. Right.
Just enough. You can have the right.
Remember when Power 99 used to let the people that was locked up call in on Friday night?
Yes.
And do they own the song request for free?
Yes. Yeah.
They said, don't say Yola or you.
Yeah.
Those were just throughout the week with Golden Girl when she would do them live call-ins and they would call and they talk about their relationship
Yeah.
and she would give like sexual tips in the bed, like what you should do and stuff. And I am like 8, 9 years old, like, whoa, you put your finger there and then you lick that.
You
What?
can do that?
You can do that? Oh my. You know, my mom was, hey, hi. So I wasn't going in her room going, hey, did you know you can? Like, what? She was not having that. Did you know you can? Like, what did you want? Give me that radio. Give it up. Cough it up.
She'll cut the cord.
You know, so hold on. Yeah, her mom. Hey, girl. Matter of fact, yeah, hey, mom. She took my TLC fan mail tape once because she heard me rapping lyrics to Silly Ho. The song, I was like, I ain't never been a chicken head to wake up in your bed.
She said chicken head.
And she was in it. She said, Dominic, chicken head. Give me that tape. And literally made me sit there and watch her go to all the straight in the tape. Oh my gosh. That's another fun fact, millennials. Do you remember back in the day, do you remember
Tapes.
when the tapes came out before the CD?
Before the CD.
So the CD had a release date, but they would have the cassette tapes out first. So if you wanted the tape, you could get the tape first.
Yeah.
So I remember when Fan Mail came out, my birthday, the tape came out, I think on the 19th
Yeah.
of February. And my mom was able to get it in time for my birthday on the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so hyped. I was like, oh, I got Fan Mail. Oh, look at that.
Fan mail.
Okay.
Fan mail.
Uh,
Fan mail.
just like you, I get lonely too. Waited for you for so long. Too many days since January. I'm still sitting there so long. We should have did this already. I said I got an email today. If you know,
You know.
Okay. Listen, let's get into this.
I know,
because
we getting caught up.
But shout out to all the shows that were the top 10, just holding it down, giving us just straight up good. Also, TRL, we forgot.
Yes, TRL. Hello.
Yeah, Carson Daly. Shout out.
TRL.
We really had it made.
We did have it made.
We had it made. So
let's get into our top 10.
In honor of the top 10 countdown, we're going to do our own top 10. And I'm going to actually let Mars set us off on this one.
Okay.
And we're going to just quickly elaborate each one. What's your top 5?
My top 5. So let's go back and forth. I do one, you do one.
Now, as we go back and forth, what we're actually doing is naming videos that not only are some of our favorites, but these are videos that I feel like literally
just left a mark.
Left a mark, yes.
On our generation, just on pop culture. It's just,
and we're like cinematic experiences.
Yes,
literally, like that 3 to 5 minute time
you can never forget it.
You just
watching the world premiere, you'll never forget that.
Like you would hear someone in Gen X say that Michael Jackson's Thriller was probably a huge moment for them because that was like that was the first actual little mini film for a video ever made.
Ever.
So
iconic. That made
so all right, we're gonna ping pong. What's your first one? What's number one?
My first one. It's gonna be Janet Jackson, All For You.
Wow. Okay. This song, her in that train station. If you really want it, it's all for you. You say you need it, it's all for you. You got it. If you know, you know. That was her 80s. Hey.
Yeah.
That was such a good video.
Such a good video.
Because I think it was like, it was a little while. I think, from the Velvet Rope?
No, that was actually from the Dominic album.
Well, just from not coming from, but you know what I mean. It was what's it called again?
The Dominic
Joe, but it was actually no. That album's called All For You.
You're so right.
Yeah.
It is called All For You.
But I think didn't it come after Velvet Rope? I think
so.
Yeah, because quick research. It was an album in between that. Little research. Hold on.
I know somebody's going to talk mess, okay? We know what we're talking about.
We know what we're doing.
Relax.
Mind your business.
Relax.
Thanks.
Okay? We just need a little double check.
Right. Let me see.
Yes, you were right. Right after
Velvet Rope. Right. Yeah. So it was like some time from Velvet Rope because that was a big moment. Yeah. Yes. But that was like such a colorful, cool video.
Yes.
And then she did that break down in the middle.
Buy that album.
Okay. Baby.
Bought that thing.
So, number one for me, because when I saw this video, I was like, yo, this looks like some futuristic.
Talk about it.
Like, kind of, I don't know. Just, it definitely gave you at the time, like, 2000 something.
Yeah.
But it was in, like, 98, 99.
Okay.
TLC's No Scrubs.
Talk about it.
Shout out to Hype Williams, yo. Hype Williams, he knew how to give that futuristic touch to music videos.
He changed the culture. I don't even think he understands.
Seriously.
He really don't get it. He don't.
Y'all, he directed ATL.
Hello?
Do you know that? What?
He did. He did.
Yes, he did.
Listen, Hype Williams was that man, okay? Just like, what's the one guy that be doing everybody's music videos like within the last like 10 years? Derek something. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Neither here or there.
I ain't got
it. She's like, can't help you, baby.
If y'all needed me to give the answer to go to Jamaica,
it was like Derek Blanks or something like that.
I know Billy Blanks.
Bill, okay. Oh, you so old school. I just love it.
You gotta talk about how Hype Williams collaborating with the Neptunes really allowed hip hop as a whole to open.
Yes.
To alternative.
1000%.
Yeah.
Without having that Neptunes and Hype Williams collaboration on so many different projects, we would not be as open to the Lil Uzis, to
absolutely
all these new
I 100% agree.
That's so true.
It would never be. She's on to something.
My girl.
You on
my girl. But No Scrubs, that's my first mention. So that's, if I'm just talking about top 5, that's, for me, that's number one.
Yeah.
Because that one, that was fun. And I think I loved it because, you know, they were gone for a little while, took a little break, and that what a way to come back.
Yeah.
You know,
mean-
like and at the time, Waterfall seemed to be the top video, their top budgeted video, and they like totally came back and topped it.
Shout out to Candy and Tiny.
Hey, y'all made a very smart business move.
Because let's talk about it. No shade. Because you remember, they were supposed to be a little duo group.
Cat.
Don't think that would have worked. Love y'all to the ground, okay? And I don't want y'all to forget that. Love y'all. But I just don't, I don't think it would have been as big if they did not give it to TLC.
Yeah.
TLC is already who they were at the time.
Right.
You know? So, baby, you do something like TLC and then you make the visual, that music video.
Hello. So, yes.
Top tier.
Top tier.
Top
All
tier.
right, what's your next one?
Next one I got Busta Rhymes, the Touch It, the remix. Hello.
Oh.
Hey, hello. Because the
when Mary
remix.
J and Rod Digger and everybody came on. Yeah,
if you know, you know. Yeah. Grown women saw our repping their kids in every hood. Yeah. If you know,
Turn
you
it
know.
up.
Turn it up. Okay. Yeah. If you know, you know. That Touch It remix video was. And then, you know, Mary, I think and Missy. Jiggle it, baby. Go ahead, babe. Go into the charm and put your lips up on me. Kiss it, touch it. Good. Yes, I wish you would. Yeah. Listen, man.
Missy was talking about everybody else's body and saying it was hers. Talking about,
I got Beyonce hips.
I look like I got knee long. I got ching ching chong. Have you ever seen thickness in a thong? Thickness in a thong?
Hello.
Listen, side note, I know, did y'all see the Billboard female rappers list?
I saw that.
Did y'all see that?
Oh, of the top 25?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was so mad that Missy was number 2.
I was a little upset.
Were you?
I kind of was too.
I was a little upset at the grand scheme of the list.
Yeah.
I felt like it's kind of hard to say that Left Eye is under Cardi B. It's kind of hard to say that people like Tierra Whack, who are really creative.
Hello.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I felt like there was a little readjusting, but I also have, don't let me get on that soapbox about Billboard and how they
Yeah.
let them talk for them.
You clocked that.
Well,
I give you that. Leaving that there.
Because that's a whole episode that we will do.
She clocked that so bad.
That's why we need the source back.
Hello.
What? Yes. First of all, when I would see going to the barbershop, getting my hair cut and all this, when I would see Ebony, when I would see Jet, when I would see The Source, when I would see Vibe, what?
I feel like it was just, and the crazy part is, I feel like Black culture, we don't have that.
We don't have
today.
that anymore.
We don't have that. I feel like they're trying to wipe that out almost.
Yeah.
Like, they don't create the space. And I feel like the crazy part is we complained about how, and granted, it still was, wasn't the greatest back then, but we had the space for it back then.
Even at the Rolling Stones and the double XLs,
yeah,
we had the space.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did.
We no longer
We don't have that no more. Baby.
We done got pushed out by them hipsters.
Yeah, because all they really keep left is like
the shade room.
Yeah, but we also they do keep every now and again. I feel like Essence magazine.
Yeah,
but that's
but Essence is so much more R&B based.
Yeah,
and like Black Hollywood, you know.
Where hip hop don't have nothing.
It don't.
I agree.
Like, granted, you have the double XLs and the complexes,
and they stopped doing the freshman classes of double XL.
They still do it.
It's just they just corny.
I think they just released one. Yep.
Well, you heard it first, y'all. Cornballs.
Whack. I don't know none of them. Okay, none of them. Uncle don't know nothing about that.
Keep me out of it too.
Keep me out. Okay. I don't know nothing.
Now, got to come back to this. Hey, y'all. Hey. So, my number 2 video. Y'all better act like y'all know. Philly Stand Up. This music video right here, I don't know about y'all, but this is getting me excited. This video used to make me ready to fight. Jill Scott getting in the way.
You're getting in
to
the
see the hood of Philadelphia
of
go
what
behind
I'm
her and
feeling.
her Badu rap.
Sister girl.
Sister girl.
I know you don't understand, but you gonna understand. That's
He's
my man now. What you had was gone. I think it's sweet. I think it's stronger than any lie you can tell on me. He knows my heart. And that's the part. Your roots are dug up, so you might as well give up. I see your intention. You can't handle the truth. He let you know a long time ago, and now it's time to turn him loose. He getting in the way of what I'm feeling.
Baby, no, what she say? Everything was beautiful between me and him. Here come you and your big mouth talking about me, telling him that you seen me on 25th Street by the Chinese store. But you know that's a lie. You keep lying to my man, girlfriend. I'm going to take you out in the middle of the street and whoop your tail for all it's worth. $5.99 or something like that, baby.
Huh. She said, huh. Don't play with Jill.
That music video, just hearing the I used to get so excited. I was like, oh, man.
Listen,
so that, I would
the
say.
whole streets.
Yes.
Up at that lady house, like, what happened?
Hello. So that would be my number 2. What you got next?
Good.
That was good. That was good.
Next one I got, not really the Y2K, a little pushed back a little bit, but it was just iconic. You just can never forget it. That Michael Jackson and Janet, that scream.
Yes. That was so huge to see them two come together.
The youngest boy and the youngest girl.
Right. And I feel like in the pop world, you would see them like try to make a rivalry thing.
They really did. I feel like they really did try to make them put against each other. They tried to put them against each other.
Like make it, and I'm like, how, first of all, to do that amongst family, that's evil.
Yeah.
Because they're family. They came up with each other. And, you know, Janet has seen more of Michael than what we feel we ever saw.
Janet adored Michael.
And adored him.
She adored him. Still does. God rest his
soul.
soul.
And they each had their own lane. I didn't feel like when Janet was coming up, I didn't feel like, especially when I researched more of her work, I never felt like she was biting and
trying to be like him.
Or trying to be.
Yeah.
I feel that, first of all, give a shout out to Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis.
Hello.
They really
ran that lady's career.
Gave her a whole package.
Listen, they did.
For artistry.
They did.
I mean, and I feel like that's what she struggled a lot with. I feel like at first her parents really felt like, well, first 2 albums, try this. You should do this. So by the time Control came out, she was like, no, baby. Yeah, this is my identity. This is what I want.
This is my album. Mine.
And that's it. And no, I ain't little baby Michael.
Yeah.
I'm my own girl. And I ain't Penny.
I ain't getting my back burned. You can't tell me nothing. I ain't getting my back burned every day.
I lay it out before it lay me out.
Hello. But yeah, Scream was a moment. Like, and again, that futuristic feel, you know.
Absolutely.
I mean, gravity at its finest. Things just floating in the air and they just breaking things. It was a moment.
Oh, you know? And then to think of, oh my goodness, I don't know how she did it.
That tribute.
At the VMAs when she chose to do that performance for Michael, that is like strength at its utmost finest.
Yeah.
Of trying to stay strong when you lose someone, and someone as major as him.
Yeah.
First of all, millennials.
So soon.
Michael
was young.
So soon, but let me tell you something, millennials. Do y'all hear the sound of my voice? You remember that day when we lost Michael Jackson.
Jesus.
It was one of the most sickening days. I mean, it's deeper than just seeing it on TV and the news. It was the air felt dead. The spirit everywhere felt dead.
It was definitely dead.
It was like, what did you just say? Michael Jackson.
I remember I found out, I ran down to my mom. She was sitting in her bed. I'll never forget. My mom loved to knit back then, so my mom was just in the bed knitting. So I came up to her, straight face. I said, Mom, Michael Jackson is dead. She dropped the needles. What you just saying? said, that man is gone. He died. Turn on CNN. She turned it on. I mean, for a good 3 hours, the house was quiet.
Baby, QVC was interrupted.
Listen, they was. That's not
the people of the cusp of QVC interrupted and said, we regret to interrupt this broadcasting, but
Michael Jackson is dead.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
that was one of the last real times that radio stations played somebody that died the whole day.
The whole day.
I haven't heard them do that.
Wore
like
them
did for
out.
Michael Jackson. But you remember they played Michael Jackson on WDAS for 3
weeks.
straight.
Nothing else but Michael.
They had to redo the whole lineup for the BET Awards and everything.
Yeah.
Like and you could tell that everything was just last minute trying to like crunch together at that show because they're like, well, dang, now we got to factor in
Michael,
his passing. Oh my gosh.
All right, come on. Let's get into it.
All right, moving on. So, who would I say will be my number 3? I will say, very good. So we brought up Missy Elliott. Y'all, get your freak on. Mississippi putting it down. I'm the hottest round, and I ain't talking. Y'all can't stop me now. What? With her hanging, dangling from that chandelier. Oh my goodness!
A confident woman, because I couldn't.
It was the 3D on the spit when she said,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So people thought that was so sexual coming up with that whole spit in my mouth thing, but it's like, wow, we actually as kids saw that kind of birth and we just was like, oh, that's nasty. And then now it's so sexualized. It's like, listen,
so
we was on a date and I told him, do you spit in mouths? And he said no, so I had to block him. Like now it's really like a requirement now in
like,
the
if you
bedroom.
don't,
Ain't that
talking
something?
about? Yeah.
Yo.
It's insane.
But get your freak on. That I loved it just because it was always running the countdown. So whatever show you was watching, that was like one of the hottest entries every time.
Yeah.
And it's Missy. Like a Missy video is always going to be cinematic. It's always going to be something that you're going to remember or just an enjoyable watch every time. You knew, like, what? I don't need, I can stand no minute, man. I don't want no minute, man. Ooh, with a chance, me a man in my hand, understand. I don't want no minute, man. Yes. Oh, don't get me started.
Mention, Gossip Folks was also that bid. Yeah, we here, baby. We here, baby. That Gossip Folks.
That's when we looked at Missy and said, "Oh, girl, you and Jenny Craig." Susan Lil White. Is it worth it? Let me work. Yeah, I put my thing down, flip it in my face. Get out of control. Get your backs on the wall, cause misdemeanor says so.
Everybody
Baby.
Well, what was her name? Allison. Dancing. Okay.
Hard.
Everybody. Well, my name is Cita.
You fly. Tell us no one can do it better. She'll sing on acapella. Boy, the music makes me lose control. They gonna make it lose control. 4, 3, 2, everyone there. Oh my gosh! Rest in peace, Batman Scoop.
He did pass. I forgot about that. God rest that man's
soul. Take the fun away from the song now.
All right, moving on. All right, go ahead. Listen, you know what? Live done. They just ruined it. Golly.
Goodness. All right, give us what you got.
All right, my next one. Survivor by Destiny's Child.
Let me tell you something.
Now I got you out of my life. It's so much better. Okay.
Do y'all remember the making the video of it when they were showing?
Yes, and they were showing how it was so difficult to be in the beach in the water, and the water was knocking them over.
So I just shared a funny memory that Mar judged me about.
I did?
You did. You judged me through laughter because I shared with you a very sacred moment that I had about that music video in my,
oh my God. Yeah.
in my tub. So if you all remember, millennials, hey, If you remember, we say Michelle is the bridge over troubled water.
I'll be a bridge on troubled water when you're down. When you're down.
Okay, I'll carry you like
you.
a bridge. And Michelle, literally,
The Bridge Williams.
was the Bridge Williams.
Okay.
So her bridge on that, as you know, is after all of the
darkness and sadness, true comes happiness.
But if you remember in the video, they in that big in that big floaty thing.
Yep.
And they rock it back and forth with the water. It's like, after all of this. So I used to find pleasure in when I had bath night. I'd be in the tub and I'd fill the tub up. This was thankfully when I wasn't this size yet. Because my mom really would have probably put me on the street.
Jesus.
All that water just.
She definitely would have been screaming your name. Like,
I could have seen. But I used to be in my tub and rock back and forth with the water. And I would be like, after all of the darkness and sadness. And the water just be going all over the place and just looking crazy. Mom like, boy, shut up in there. Or she would bang on the back. Could you shut up? And then hurry up. You done been in there that long. So she couldn't stand that video because of me.
Just because of you.
Just because of
Jesus.
So.
That's all right.
I begged my mama for a camouflage with the bikini top.
What?
And every time I beg, she's like, you just begging for a whooping, ain't you?
Well, I mean, just influence. It's a little influence. That's all. That's it.
It's beyond.
I mean, look, like you gonna see me. You birthed me.
So number 4 for me that I have on here. Okay, so this was a iconic rap duo that was out and about from the ATL. Okay, and was kicking it. Oh, I mean, they were so authentic and different and cool, but their music videos were becoming like really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Outkast.
Yes.
One of my favorites was So
Absolutely.
Fresh, So Clean. That was one of my favorite videos. I'm just so fresh, so fresh and so clean. I love when you stare at me. I'm just so fresh, so fresh and so clean. Yo, that was a.
My favorite is Roses.
Yeah.
Oh, Caroline. All the guys will say she's mighty fine. But mighty fine don't get you nowhere at the time. And the other half either got you cussed out or coming up short. Yeah, I dig this now, even though you need a calculator to divide the time it took to look into where at the time. Oh, wait. Woo!
We said enough.
But we did that, though.
Y'all did that.
I love the Roses video.
Yeah.
So, popular opinion, because I actually went to the CD store and picked up the Love Below and speaker box. Big boy.
Clock it.
Yours was good. Speaker box was good, but it ain't got no weight on the Love Below. That joint, that CD, oh, it was so heavy. That was a listening experience.
Yes,
and I
it
feel
was.
like you really got to tap into the creative mind of Andre like never before.
Yes, it was.
That was a heavy, and then of course you had the hey, 1, 2, 3, 5, baby, don't mess around because she knows for sure. I got to get, yeah.
Don't try. Yeah, absolutely.
That, oh my gosh. Yeah, that video, or just,
I know one of the parents because of the Hey Ya.
yeah, right. Hey, oh. Yeah, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, no.
I'm just being honest.
No
Oh
shade
my
to Big
goodness.
Boy.
But definitely, I would
Andre
say,
got it. Sorry.
yeah, yo,
No
Andre, that was, oh man,
Yeah.
so good, literally. But Outkast, definitely, they had wonderful videos, but that was one of my favorite of theirs. All right, what's your last?
My last one. It's gonna be "Holla Back Girl" by Gwen Stefani.
Ooh.
You count to be around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. Cause ain't no holla back girl, ain't no holla back girl.
This my, hey,
This my.
let me hear you say this is bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A, this is bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah. Listen.
She said, "Meet me at the bleachers."
Yeah. It's the principals, not no student teachers.
Yeah, no.
Both of us want to be the winner, but there can only be one. Okay.
I always say Gwen Stefani was a great culture vulture. I'm sorry. She was.
Her and Fergie, man, they was
Yeah,
making that.
baby.
4, 3, 2, 1. Listen up, y'all, because this is it. The beat that I'm bringing is delicious. Fergalicious definition, make them boys go loco. Oh! Come on,
You can
cuz.
see me, you can squeeze me. I ain't easy,
Come on, cuz.
You can reason why these boys is come and go like seasons.
Fergalicious.
So delicious.
But I ain't promiscuous. And if you was suspicious, all that is fictitious. I blow kisses. Mwah, that make them boys go rah, rah. And they be lining down the block. Just a 4, 3, 2, 1. Baby! Hold on.
Check it out.
Yes.
Now that was when they were supposed to start letting Fergie do stuff.
Right.
They waited too late and then tried to let her do things that she had no business to do.
Yeah.
Well, cock it.
Too little, too late.
No JoJo.
By the way, that was a wonderful song.
Yes, it was.
That's okay.
Honorable mention.
Honorable. And my last one, so going back to Janet Jackson, this was one of my favorite ones. This is another one I believe was a Hype Williams directed one, and it gave a futuristic look. Busta Rhymes featuring Janet Jackson. What's it gonna be? Gonna make your body ring. Gonna make your body scream again. Yeah. Gonna make another thing. And me on you.
Wow.
And you and me. Her and that Yzma Purple.
Yeah.
Oh, the lever, conk.
Pull the lever, crunk. Did not play by Yzma. Okay?
So another unpopular opinion, and I hope y'all can agree with me on this one before we get to our pocket therapy and wrap us up. But I got to say this. Yzma was Emperor's New Groove. What would the film be without her? What?
That is the tea. That is the tea. That is the tea. No, like,
and what could you depend on Kronk for? Okay. Like, who cares?
Listen. We wanted to see what Yzma had going on.
Yzma was the fun. She was the comedy. For her to be the villain, she was hilarious.
Yes, she was. I was literally just about to say, God rest her soul.
Wait a minute. I think I can quote a scene really quick. What she said? Oh, I know. I'll turn him into a flea, a harmless little flea, and then I'll put that flea in a box, and put that box in another box, and then I'll mail that box to myself. And when it comes, I'll smash it with the hammer.
God rest that woman's
God
soul.
rest her soul.
I mean, Eartha Kitt was, if you know, you know.
Hello, this is Eartha Kitt. The lion's not home right now, so leave it a message. That's if you know, how Stella got her groove back. Shout out.
Okay.
But yeah, Yzma was the movie. Sorry.
She was.
Everybody, you did great.
Sorry,
but like,
Cusco. Sorry, Pacha. Sorry.
What would it be without Yzma? And Yzma should got a spinoff. Ooh.
Oh, all right. Well,
let's
go ahead and go back to this little pocket therapy. Pocket therapy, Jesus.
Oh my goodness. So
what is this pocket therapy, Dom?
Oh, this one is special, y'all. So this pocket therapy, now I'm sure y'all have heard us say this more than a handful of times, but we really want to stand on this subject because we know that there's some people out there, especially millennials. Come on now. There's some dream projects, things that you have in your heart and your mind that you're not working on. And you need to get to it. And you need to factor fear in what you're trying to do. Do it scared is the message of this pocket therapy. Do you know that Missy Elliott, since we're talking about music videos, for I Can't Stand the Rain, right? Do you know she went against the grain? She literally was like coming up with all these futuristic ideas. And one of the ideas was that she wanted to go to a gas station and literally put real actual gas, pump up that big bodysuit of hers. Well, I don't think it was gas because she'd be crazy.
Yeah,
I think she pumped it with air.
Pumped it with air or helium, maybe.
Helium, yes.
Yeah.
She actually went to a gas station looking crazy. She was in New York City. She was telling the story about it, and pumped up her suit to be the big thing you see in the video today. And she went against the grain. She knew that she was going to look crazy. She knew that people would be like, what is this? And she was already coming up with a lot of like animosity and judgment for her weight and how she looked. But y'all, even in the midst of her fear of what will people think, what will people say, she did it.
She did it.
And it is her biggest video to date.
You can't not mention hip hop without Missy. And all of the creative things that she's done in her videos. I mean, I Can't Stand the Rain, again, is probably her most iconic video.
Exactly.
To date.
But y'all, what if she wouldn't have done it? What if she would have let fear really step in and say, you know what, no.
What if she let those people tell her that she sounded crazy, she looked crazy, and didn't do it? We wouldn't have gotten that gem today. Absolutely.
And not to mention that video opened the doors and
for
put
so many
her
other
out
people. Absolutely.
And gave her the career that she has today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
do it scared.
Please.
Whatever that means for you, right? It could mean however you determine it, however you take it in, do it.
Do it with the fear that's in you. Do it not thinking about, but what about the comments? And what if people say this? What if people...
Screw them.
Listen, your dream is not supposed to fit in their brain.
Well, the doors of the church are open. Hallelujah.
Take that in, y'all.
That's good. That's good.
Your dream doesn't, it's your dream.
Yeah.
It's not theirs.
Let your fear be your fuel.
And those haters, they're not supposed to get it. They're not supposed to understand. What they're supposed to do is congratulate you when they see that idea and that project you did out of fear did great and blew up for you.
Well.
And they give you your kudos.
And that's the tea.
And that's the tea.
Well.
And that's the pocket therapy. Y'all. Oh my gosh, this was so much fun. First of all, shout out again to our engineer, our very fellow Gen Z on the cusp.
Yes.
Was in grown folks' business since a baby child. Our girl Tyler, give her a hand. Listen, now you just get her voice in the background, but I promise one of these episodes, she's coming right in.
You're gonna see her face real soon.
She coming in. You ain't got a choice, girl. So Jay, where Jay at? Jay, one of these days, you gotta do this and not her, because she gotta be in here. You can't even hear me. But
let me take my lunch.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. That's all. We're going to make sure. And even if she got to eat her lunch here, y'all going to watch her eat and you're going to mind your business.
Mind your beeswax.
Well,
hey.
Clocky.
Talk about it.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. But y'all, thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Millennial Therapy. Y'all know we got more fun in store, more things to talk about, more celebrating to do.
Thanks for tuning in with us.
Oh, thank y'all for tuning in. All right. Until next time, until the next episode, we'll see y'all later. Bye.